Yes, it is I, Priestess Makala, as well as Niana, as well as Felicia. We're all here today. We're about ready to light this up. Are you ready for today? Because today is one of those days where you sit back and you say, oh, it's a portal day. So we are in the new calendar time. And here is what the beautiful artwork looks like. I love getting the galactic calendar almost done. We only got one more left. So, this is our start of the new one, and this is on Thursday, May 30th. Okay, so this is the crystal moon of cooperation. Dedicate, universalize cooperation. Hmm. Let's jump into this deliciousness here. Do your little bit of good where you are. It's those little bits of goods that overwhelm the world. We're also in rabbit. So rabbit is our medicine. It's the totem for this month. So with the rabbit, it's about fertility, luck, and fruitfulness. It's all about that springing forward, moving forward. So rabbit energy. Also, with today being a white magnet wind, guided by spirit. So we have that guided by spirit. So let me pull that up. Today was a day of um, cleaning and oh my god. Okay, crystal moon. Portal day today. Oh, I love this kin 222. The kin number is 222. Love it. Okay, so hold on one second. Let me make some. Oh, that's good. Okay, don't have to worry about that. Okay, so the kin is 222. And we are da, 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 white magnet wind. It's a portal. I unify in order to communicate, attracting breath. I seal the input of spirit with the magnet tone of purpose. I am guided by my own power doubled. I am galactic activation portal. Enter me. The color is white. The planet is Uranus. And the chakra is the heart. The earth family is core. A crystal requires no maintenance to sustain its perfect form. All of life requires maintenance, which at minimum includes water, light, and air. Water, light, and air. I love that. So the points on the head that's being activated is right at the back of the head. And then we have off to the side right here. And then this is more of the, is going into the dimensions of cosmic creation. And it's the first mental sphere of pre consciousness and working with the alpha. So in this moment, being in this portal, we're stepping into that energy. So it's setting us up for June 6th. June 6th is when we're going to start our new energy because it's on a new moon. And let me see what it's doing on that day. Yeah, it's going to be the red galactic moon. And it is not a portal. Okay, so we're going to be starting new medicine on June 6th, just to let you know if you're going to participate in that. Because if you did the liberation, now we're in this part, and I love this. So let's dive into the words. Okay, it says to dedicate, universalize, and cooperate. So the etymology of the words, when we break down the words to look at what the true meaning of the words are, instead of just going by what we're thinking it is. So let's look at cooperation. Cooperation is the art of working together to one end. The art of working together to one end, to have an outcome, but you work together to one end. Okay, so that's cooperation. Universalize is pertaining to the whole of something specific. Pertaining to the whole of something specific. Okay, so that's universalize. Hi, hi, hi. Now, this is what I love today. This like set up my day where it was just like, this is so good. I love it. Hello, darling. Hello. Hello, hello. Um, so June 6th, we're starting new medicine. Okay. So when we look at to be dedicated, the etymology of the word is to set apart and to consecrate. To set apart, consecrate. Okay. But it also states sacred purpose. Oh, can you just feel it? So excited. Just makes you, I don't know, goosebumpy all over. Anyway, let's jump into it. The sacred purpose. That's right up there with what is your divine curriculum? That's right, curriculum. So, what is your sacred purpose of your divine curriculum? Don't you just love it? I mean, it's like this is so sweet to the soul talking. You're not even going to get a cavity out of this because it feels so good when you say it, when you jump into it, and you just really allow yourself to soak that up. Yeah, what the hell is my sacred purpose? And what am I doing with my divine curriculum? Am I following it through? Did I have to tweak it? Did I have to kind of like, I don't want to get into this. What is your sacred purpose? Oh my gosh. I'll tell you what. Let's just throw this on the table. Ask three people. Three people between now and the weekend, up to Sunday, what their sacred purpose is. Bet you won't be able to tell you. If they're not vibing, if they're not on the page, they're not going to be able to tell you what that is. They're not going to be able to say. Some might, but the majority will sit there like, I'm just surviving. Ugh. I hate that word. I'm just surviving. I'm just getting by. I'm just surviving. I gotta survive this. I'm just getting by. What you getting by on? What are you trying to survive? Yourself? Because if you're doing your divine curriculum and you have a sacred purpose, you're not surviving anything. You're living it. I'm sorry, did I just go? Yes, I did. Because in that, when we talk about today's portal, it's all about let the divine breath guide you to communicate your truth. Are you standing in it? Are you representing it? Are you walking in the sacred purpose? Oh, just say that to yourself. Say that to yourself. When you say those words, it hits you right in your chest. It makes you feel like, oh my God, what is my sacred purpose? What is that? How's that really, what is that aligning me with when I say that? I'm telling you, ask 3 people. Hey, I got a question for you. What's your sacred purpose? And watch how you get the deer in the headlight look. Or you'll get the funny stuff. Shopping. Really? So ask them, what is their sacred purpose? Ask yourself right now, what's your sacred purpose? Hello, darling. Hello. What's your sacred purpose? Because this is not a religious thing, or remember, those are all indoctrinations. Okay, this is about you, your soul, be soul life. That's what we do here. Your soul journey. What is your sacred purpose? Because we did the liberation to move out of things that were stopping us, that was imprisoning us, that was messing us up and saying, oh, I don't want to say yes to this anymore because this is not helping. The liberation of that is to get out of the cycle, to break free from the patterns. Okay? So when we say moving into, I'm going to help this person out. When we come into Be So Light, we come here to be of the light of our souls, if you have that. If you do not walk that, you are told to find something that aligns with you, because this might not be for you. And we don't consent to negative energy beings. If you're here to be hurtful and stuff, bye. We don't consent to your energy. Take your entities elsewhere. Thank you. Oh, let me help you. Hello. There. Take it elsewhere. This is imprinting on you right now. Have a nice day. Okay. So if you're here with a good heart, sacred heart, and you're representing that, welcome. Otherwise, okay, so when we move into divine breath, let it guide you in your truth. The function is the breath. The action is the communication. The power is spirit. Okay, and then we're working with the sacred heart. Yet, once again, the sacred heart. That's what's coming online. That's what is really, when we talk about dimensions, when we talk about connecting into dimensions, that's the part of us that's moving us into those places. So the sacred heart, if you're coming from a good heart space, if your heart is open, if your heart is in that balanced place, expression of the heart, that leads you into your truth of yourself. So when we look at what is your sacred purpose, what are you here to do? Strip away your job, your house, your cars. Strip away all the mundane stuff. Get rid of it. Show up just you and all that you are. What are you here to do? What's your sacred purpose? Because I can tell you what, like I said, you can go and ask 3 people and they wouldn't be able to tell you. Especially if there's been compromised things with the body. You got to work a little bit harder to get that chromosome 8 connection going on. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. So this is the question. What's your sacred purpose? I want you to really hear that. Listen to those words. What is your sacred purpose? What is it? Hi, Darnie. Hi, Darnie. What's your sacred purpose? And it doesn't mean to go pounce on people, inflicting stuff upon them in a mean way. It means look at yourself and ask yourself, what is your sacred purpose? Why are you here? Why are you here? This is going to get in that heart space, and I hope it does. I hope it rattles your heart and makes it go boom and opens up. So whatever's blocking you, wherever you're sitting back and you're judging yourself and you're saying, I don't know what my purpose is anymore. It's all fucked up. I don't know where we're going. If we're going to hell in a handbasket here on this planet. Take a breath. Because that's what today is. It's being led by breath of truth. The portal of this. And it's just asking you one question. What is your sacred purpose? Not to be programmed from somebody else's belief. You think that's it. No. What is your sacred purpose? Why are you here? Why are you here? Now, I can put this into 2 movie forms. Let's start off with the movie Wanted. Okay, Wanted. The little guy who was sitting in the office, hated his job, hated his boss, because the boss was always coming around clicking the stapler at him, telling him he was a loser and blah, blah, blah. You know those kind of bosses. They never give a shit about you. All they want is somebody in the chair to run their inventory or whatever. They don't care. Dime a dozen. They don't care about your well-being. There's somebody's energy that they siphon. Okay? So one of the questions that Angeline asked him as she's beating the crap out of him, why are you here? Why are you here? Why are you here? He's getting the crap beat out of him. And then finally he says, I don't know who I am. So he's trying to feel like, who the hell am I? What is my purpose? Then we can flip it and go to the movie that is a tearjerker, but is straight on point. Winter's Tale. That movie will hit you in the face and make you sit back and say, what the hell am I doing? I want you to really think about this, because that movie, A Winter's Tale, it really starts off with the sentence of, everyone is born with a purpose. And it takes sometimes that lifetime to fulfill it. Now, we know here at Be So Light, a lot of times we might not be able to complete our mission, and we have to come back to rectify it or to complete the task, because something happened when we were in the process of doing it. So in Winter's Tale, that movie is so dead on point of what is happening right now on this planet, because it's all about the light and the dark. It's all about that dark looking for the light to take the purpose out so that it doesn't fulfill the mission. It's the game. And when the light shows up, it lights up everything. Because the purpose of the light of itself is to be seen and felt and received. So when we're talking about sacred purpose, what is your sacred purpose? Do you even know what it is? And if you do know what it is, does it feel good to you? Does it get you up out of the bed in the morning? Does it make you sing? Does it make you feel good? Does it make you feel like, shit, yes, let me light up? I feel motivated. I feel inspired to be in spirit. Yes. What is my sacred purpose? Because if you think your sacred purpose is to be here paying bills, just getting by, existing, then let me help you really embody yourself. Because you're much more than that. You're not these things that we were indoctrinated into believing. When you strip it all away and you get rid of it, it's just you, yourself, you in spirit, you in your divine heart. And you got to sit there and wonder, what are you here for? Are you going to be of the dark, a menace, no divineness in you, heartless, soulless? Or are you of the divine light of self, a source that represents that love, that represents every part of you that is willing to do what it takes to fulfill your mission for the highest good of yourself, the highest good of humanity, the highest good of Mother Earth? Because when you show up to your sacred purpose, everything you put your finger on is going to be affected by what is your sacred purpose. And how are you leaving an imprinted energy here? I hope you make it real good. Because that imprinted energy and what you so choose to leave is what you want to be remembered of. Your sacred purpose. Hi, darling. Hi. So, you know what? Remember when we were going to those institutions called school? The ones where they have your physical body in these buildings, sitting in a room on those hard chairs with a burned out human being teaching old material to you that you're not going to be able to use because it's old programming. Wouldn't it have been nice if the teacher would have had a spiritual connection deep enough to ask the class, what is your sacred purpose here on the earth? Could you imagine a teacher now asking these beautiful babies that are coming in, the golden ones is what they're called, the new wave? They're not shut down unless they get compromised. Ask them what their purpose is. They'll be able to tell you. Those of us that are behind in the system, that got in that system, We came out of it, and you don't really figure it out unless you are walking near death experience or some illness comes along to change your timeline. And in the movie Winter's Tale, it's really interesting how these angels or spirit guides, I should say, are at certain points in this guy's life, and all they did was flip a coin to change the timeline. And when they flip that coin, the coin goes up, makes this light, captures their eyes, boom, a situation is aligned to create the outcome so that he could complete his mission. Because he couldn't even die until he found out what his purpose was. And then finally, when he finds out his purpose is to save this little girl, to give her the love she needs because she was dying from cancer, and to believe so heartedly that he was her miracle. When you step into a sacred purpose, you are a walking miracle. And a lot of people don't want to give themselves that gift. You don't want to think of yourself as a miracle. Why not? Why? Tell me, why would you not think of yourself as a miracle? You're a miracle if you're here on planet Earth right now with all the shenanigans going on. You're a miracle. You're a miracle if you survive, like most healers, most light workers survive traumatic, emotional wounds. You're a miracle. You don't know how much of a miracle you are because nobody ever said you're just a walking divine miracle. So you hear those words. So when you hear that, how it goes into your nervous system, into all of the axon and the synapses, and jumps the gaps and gives the communication to the cells and says, miracle. And lights up inside the body. So when we sit here and we talk about, okay, this month, in this crystal month, is representing what am I being dedicated to? Because the etymology of the word dedicate means set apart. What is the sacred purpose? What's your sacred purpose? What is it? So each one of you that are here, it is no accident that you just popped on. What is your sacred purpose? Because that's going to be our next journey to spiral into, to unravel any doubts that you are an amazing, divine miracle walking. If you were to just sit down and look at all the shenanigans that you've gone through in your life from the time you arrived and came out of the womb up to now, are you or are you not a miracle? Because everyone that is born has a purpose. You have a purpose. And if you think it's about a time clock, if you think it's about your benefits, I'm sorry. I just have to upgrade you. You're much more than that. I've been there, done that. You're much more than that. And that's how this rocks. So each and every one of you, your homework assignment until we get to the new moon on June 6th is when we're going to start this journey together. And let me tell you, I'm looking forward to it. Because it's what? The crystal. So we're going to be working some beautiful crystal work with our high heart self and asking ourselves and going down into this beautiful spiral. Because my intention with you is to help you to remember who you are. That's it. Help you remember. And how sacred you are. Because you don't get that. Nobody's going to come on the freaking news and tell you, oh, by the way, at 6:30, we want to remind you how you are a walking miracle. Details at 7. They're not going to come on and tell you that. They're not going to come on and tell you you have a sacred purpose. Details at 4. Our special bulletin running across the screen at the bottom. Yes, you have a special sacred purpose here. No, they're too busy trying to traumatize you and letting you think that your life is but a second away from not being. That's the shenanigans. I'm all about helping you to claim your light and claim who you are. Because when I'm gone off this planet, I want to see this place lit up. I want to see everything. I don't want to see a dim light, a lost light, a forgotten light, a light that didn't think it was worthy enough to be all of itself. Light it up. That's what time it is. So, what's your sacred purpose? What is it? How do you feel when you hear that? What is your sacred purpose? Listen to that. Has a beautiful vibration to it. When I say, what's your mission here, it kind of goes like this. If I run it through like cardiac, mission here. But then when I say sacred purpose, it goes sacred, ooh, purpose. Ooh. Feel that. Yes, absolutely. It feels illuminating. It illuminates you. It makes you feel like that. That's what you want to feel. You want to feel illuminated. You want to feel inspired, to be in spirit. You want to feel that connection. Your computers, your phones, they're not going to give you that. They just help you do this thing. Scrollitis. Just scrolling through. That's all it does. And then it makes you go through and grade yourself. And, I should be doing that. I don't have any appointments. I don't have enough. Really? Scrollitis lip. Yes. No. So we're going to start today off with this portal. How the divine is talking to you So you can unify the breath and be in the truth of that. And don't let nobody shut you down from speaking your truth. The hell with that. I'm going to tell you this. At least when you stand in your truth and you speak your truth, you know you're speaking your truth. Because it's coming from you. You're speaking it, you're saying how you truly are feeling. Where others are spewing falseness, false light, false energies, that's making you feel like, ah! What's your sacred purpose? You can shut down Whole Foods with that. God forbid if I ever get my hands on a mic over there. Pick up that phone, you push that 0 and the speaker comes on. Attention, all shoppers in Whole Foods at this time, please stop doing what you're doing. And take a breath. Here's the question. What is your sacred purpose on this planet? And hang up. And then I'll just be walking. Oh, wow, that was an interesting conversation. Somebody's trying to... What's that? Nobody said. I didn't do it, no. Can I get wrong up, please? I'm serious. You could shut down an office with that one sentence. I'm sorry. What's this meeting about? Oh, well, I have a question for everybody at this table. I can shut it all down. What's your sacred purpose here? Thought so. Get up and walk out. You can shut it down. I'm not kidding. Just by saying those words. If you're with a partner that doesn't know what time it is and they're lost in the soup mix, matter of fact, the mix never even got mixed up. There's no fire to heat up the soup. Then just step back and take a breath and ask that question. What's your sacred purpose? Shut down. It is one of those questions that is soul connecting, soul illuminating and activating. It literally, when you ask a person that and you put their hands on your shoulders and you look them in the eye and you say, what is your sacred purpose here? It could bring them to tears because you're not used to hearing that. And you're not used to hearing that you are a walking miracle. You. If you went through something traumatic in your life all the way up to this point, and you take that medicine and what you went through and flip it and help someone with it, you are a freaking walking miracle. Because you could have chose to give it up. You could have just said, I'm out of here. What is your sacred purpose? Why are you here? And if you haven't seen the movie Winter's Tale, I highly suggest that you watch it. It is one of those movies, make sure you have some Kleenex, because it will make you, the way she talks in the beginning of the movie and at the very end of the movie, the way her voice talks and how it's all referenced to the stars. A Winter's Tale. It's on Max, but I'm pretty sure you can rent it or whatever. But let that be a homework assignment. Now, you can flip yourself and say, okay, I'm going to watch Winter's Tale, and then you can watch Wanted. And you get to see Wanted which was this pulverizing, who the hell are you? And then watch Winter's Tale. Winter's Tale, hands down, that's gonna make you cry because it's soul talking to you. It's telling you, it's asking you, it's telling you you have a mission, you have a purpose. Everyone is born with a purpose. Sometimes we get lost along the way. We get distracted with outside stuff. And we think that becomes our identity of who we are. Is that true or not? Once again, what is your sacred purpose? And that's the journey we're going to take this month. And let me tell you, I'm looking forward to it because sometimes, things happen and things kind of get a little bit sideswiped. Okay? Shit happens. You get a little derailed. But sometimes you just have to find that center and come back to it. And when your spiral is always starting from the inside, working its way all the way out. And then what do you become after that? That's the beauty of being a divine, sovereign being. That's the beauty of walking that. You just have to claim it. So we're going to look at sacred creators. And today's treat is the Talisman. This is a powerful deck. I love this. It is very activating. So I'm going to start this portal off with that question. What is your sacred purpose? So we're going to pull for that question. One card, and then we're going to do the Light Seers Tarot. You know how I feel about the portals. I love the portals. Because they're amped up energy. And what are you creating in it? So, now we'll pull a talisman card. I love it. Okay. All right, let's dig into this. Where's my book? The tarot card for the Light Seers is this. The Nine of Swords. We don't need to be in this where you feel overwhelmed. You feel like, I don't know, I'm losing hope. I'm losing direction. I feel like I'm caught in a nightmare or a cycle that needs to break. So the Nine of Swords is going to ask you, here's the medicine with it. It's going to ask you this. It's going to ask you a question of, are you imagining the worst instead of activating the best? Are you imagining the worst instead of activating the best? This is all about the worries, anxiety, the depression, feeling unsafe. And then here's the beautiful words to say to shift it. I see my fears as the illusion that they are. I see my fears as the illusion that they are. Nine of Swords. So now we're going to ask the question of the sacred creator. Magic happens when you most expect it. Magic happens when you most expect it. And here's the questions for that. Okay. This is all about a powerful sacred creator, the potential to call your dreams into reality, the awakening of the forgotten energies, the divine source within of the subconscious mind. And your question is going to be this. What things come easily for you? What things come easily for you? How are you categorizing, sharing, or tracking the serendipitous opportunities that come your way? So how are you doing that? What signs have you noticed that says, yes, this is the right way? Okay, what signs are those? And the talisman card, which is really pretty and I like this, is passion. To have the passion. What is your passion? And that passion card will give you this. It gives you the energy of rising up to the passion. And it's also, this card helps you to strengthen your beliefs and elevate your thought frequency and project your passion. Love is powerful is the affirmation. Love is powerful. Spend some time envisioning your ideals and goals and then go for it. So once again, it asks you that question of, what's your sacred purpose? What is it, lovelies? What is it? All right, lovelies, that's the teaching for today. And let me tell you, this was one of those teachings that came in and it just kept building and building and building on its energy. And by the time I left Whole Foods, I was like, man, I can't wait to get on here and ask that question. This is one of those questions that goes like this. And this is one of those questions that you should have an answer for. And if you don't have the answer, or it kind of got a little disshuffled along the way, we're just going to help you find your way back on track. Because it's what? Your divine curriculum and your sacred purpose. And you know how I feel about that. Yeah. So, you are divinely awake. You are divinely aligned. You are divinely free. You are divinely seen, divinely heard, and divinely loved. Be so liked. Like and subscribe. Be a part of the tribe that shares one thing, is be true in your light. That's it. That's all you gotta do, is show up and be that. And then watch how things change. The reason why I know it works is because I get to witness the beautiful things that happen to people when we do this work together. So what are you dedicated to? How is it going to be universalized? And cooperation is the theme of this month. Let's find out just how much a miracle you are. Have a great day. Bye. Ashe.